Hey, how's it going, everyone? Sorry I haven't uploaded for a little while. I'm busy working on my very first video of Lord of the Rings Online Zone guides. So, until then, I thought it'd be fun since we just finished up all of our class guide series, the How To for Dummies series. So, for your disclaimer, that's just the beginners. I may do a advanced class guide series in the future. But since we just finished that up, I thought it'd be fun to do a tier maker video where we are going to rank the most fun. Now we're doing by most fun, not best, like skill wise or things like that, because all those things are dependable on the person and the people that are playing it and how well they know the character in the class. So we're gonna do most fun today. And starting off, we are going to first start with the Beorning. All right, so for me personally, I don't feel like the Beorning is that great. Now, don't kill me. I mean, by great, I mean like fun to play. Because, and the reason for that is because you have to manage two swapping skill bars. They're going to swap back and forth, back and forth. I know there's a way to toggle that, but for me, it's just something that doesn't make the gameplay so fun. Instead, it makes it more tedious. Like I gotta keep track of what's going on, back and forth, back and forth. So the Beorning, I'm going to put it in just C. And what I mean by C, that's just like the average tier. Like, it has potential to have fun. You can have plenty of fun with it. But for me personally, having to tediously swap back and forth bars, not very fun. But I know a lot of you like being able to become a bear form and go around mauling people. Just for me, not really my thing. So, up next, the minstrel. Now, the minstrel, though, on the other hand, I couldn't be any more opposite with. I have a blast playing the minstrel, to be honest, because and I'm not even really the healer type. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals lately. I ain't a healer at all. I hate playing healer. But in LOTRO, I love playing the healer if I'm playing a minstrel or a rune keeper. And the reason why is because they're just such a unique way of being a healer that I feel like it made it more fun and unique for me. So not only that, but you could do great damage. I mean, you could do really good damage as a red line minstrel. So if you want to play solo content, you have the way of just killing mobs from afar because it's range abilities too. And you have so many unique weapons because your weapons are different musical instruments. So like you have the drums, you have bagpipes, you have lutes, you have flutes, you name it. I mean, and then during seasonal events, you can get even some unique sounding instruments for to use as your weapon. So for me, we are going to definitely put the minstrel at S tier for fun. Fun. Rune Keeper. Oh man. This is one of my favorite classes, and it's probably one of those ones that could either not belong in the Lord of the Rings universe. So I'm a little ashamed to say that is one of my favorite classes. And it's one of my highest leveled characters as well. I think it's like he's 138. Yeah, 100 level 138 Rune Keeper. So it's fair to say I have quite a bit of hours in it. I do have really good fun, but there is one trade-off when I swap between builds, okay? Because you have to swap between builds to be efficient at healing. And I would say, although the healing's really fun, I feel like it's not as fun as the minstrel. But playing Lightning Runekeeper, Yellow Line Runekeeper, and just going around destroying everything, and then you got that vivid. I don't know the building name on top of my head, but the vivid something where he just blasts everything around. And it's a big radius pool. So my combo always with the Runekeeper was, boom, I'm putting down the Lightning Runestone. Boom, I'm gonna do vivid imagery to go and blast as many as possible, get that area effect. And then there's that. By then, you should be having enough charge to be able to do the what I like to call the Count Dooku lightning fingers, and that's another one that will just blast. Like you target that one on like the main boss, and it's just gonna delete its health pool. So, Lightning Rude Caper alone makes this an A tier for me. Fire Rune Keeper, you know, they're fun to play, but it's a little more sluggish and slow paced, but maybe you like that. Warden. Hmm. So this one's a very rewarding class. Rewarding as if you're a person that wants to spend your time learning very high skill content, you can be very, very good with the Warden. Having said that, for a casual player or a person that's just wanting to go have pure fun, I wouldn't think the Warden's very good to recommend, especially for somebody new, because you're gonna again, it has a similar problem to the Bay Warning. The Warden, you have to swip bars, so that keeps you have to keep track of your skills a little more. The Warden, you have to not just like to learn these combos, but you also have to learn the gambits that go along with them. Then you have to learn the little cheat codes. Well, I like to call them the cheat codes, where once you get to a certain level, you can start using build up gambits, like they're to build up your gambits faster. You can start using those. And if you're not using those once you hit that level, you're basically not doing the Warden very well, and you're not playing it very well, and you're going to be lacking in damage or tanking or whatever you're trying to do as a Warden doing that. So, having said that, that's why I'm actually for Warden for fun. Fun. For if this was best class, he would be a lot higher, but for fun, I'm going to actually put it in D. Ooh, I'm getting crucified by so many people right now. Yeah, I'm going to put him in D for pure fun. Like when I think of fun, I mean casually relax and just play on in the computer, relax, have a good time, have my feet up, have a nice Sprite, chill, zero sugar, and just go ahead and game away. You know, brainless, mindless, just escapism type of fun. That's my way of fun. That would be why I put him in D. Brawler. This is going to give me a lot of people that are going to hate me. I find him very fun. Super fun, actually. And why? Because the way I play him is I play a red line brawler mixed with a tiny bit of yellow line stuff, not very much. I put all my traceries and legendary items all into to do area of effect damage and critical chance multipliers. And so what I do is I run around, I build up my metal, and then I expend it out on grabbing as many mobs to pull in to me as possible. Use my area effect taunt, and I just play landscape. I mean, I love playing this class landscape and skirmishes or anything solo. It's very fun. I don't like this class as in a group. Me personally, I don't like it in a group, but solo, I love pulling in as many mobs as possible. Do that fist thing up in the air, up their butt, you know, it shoots them up in the air, and then bring them back down by doing the fist thing that basically stuns them when you knock the ground, and then you can finish them all off. And these are all area effect things once you put on that multiplayer and the critical chance with your legendary traceries. It makes it so much fun. So if you haven't tried Brawler just in that type of style on landscape, I highly recommend it. You will have a good time. Burglar. Okay. Very fun to role play with. Very fun gameplay. I would probably put it with the Bayorning. Um, reason why is I feel it doesn't have very many area effect damage. And that's not a problem for a lot of people. But for me, I love pulling in lots of mobs at once and killing them. I like big numbers, you know, that big numbers, big brain type of thing. But, you know, it's like big numbers, big lights, you know. But for the Burglar, you're not going to be getting that. Instead, you're going to be kind of sneaking around. And I'll admit, I've had really fun moments with it, so don't think I hate the class. But for me, just going around and doing that type of style, it's not long. Like, I wouldn't want to go through all the zones doing that. I'd more so level it up by playing the missions, and like that I'd boost level by playing missions and then doing the VIP and then XP things that you get. I would do that. The mission system with the burglar is a good way to level it up, but for landscape, I and role playing, I enjoy it. But then if I'm trying to like kill things real fast, yeah, I'm not gonna pick the burglar. Captain, for some reason, it's either gonna be A or B. It's either gonna be A tier or B tier. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I'm mixed. Lots of things about the captain I love. I love it. No other class can do it that the captain can do. His pet system, it makes it human combat forms or banner barriers. You can have an archer, a rave. You know, lots of different things that you can play around with. I wish you could make cosmetically equip your pet. That would make it so much cooler if you could like be beyond the race and things like that. I mean, like put on like the same kind of outfit systems that we have for our current characters, put them on those pets, kind of like Elder Scrolls Online. You can do with your companions. If we could do that for Captain, that would be so much cooler, and he'd probably be on S tier, SSG. If you're listening, probably not, but if any of y'all that are listening, start recommending this to SSG. It's a great system that should be implemented into the captain's pet system because it would give us way more character with our companions, and we actually feel like when we name them and different things that it's actually a companion that's coming along with us on the journey, not just like this AI bot that's helping us. Because that's how I feel when I play the captain now. It just feels like an AI bot kind of NPC following me around. It doesn't feel like there's much character into it because I can't really create that story for that follower. But having said that, the banner barriers and the archers are very unique in the way they work. Way more for me, way more exciting than the lore master because it's like you have another person. And then if you use the skirmish soldier token on landscape with that, then you have two companions with you plus your pet, and it's just really fun, good time. You can get that pet. I got it from Bingo Boffin quest line. It's the best pet. It's a non-combat pet, but it's still cool to see like three different humans or hobbits or what I mean, those races running around with you through Middle Earth. I have that Bingo Boffin cousin, the cousin of Bingo Boffin pet that comes with that I did through that storyline through getting the Bingo Boffin tokens. If you get that and then you play captain, you put your soldier landscape soldier token on, and then you also have just your normal pet combat. Well, then it's really just fun to role play and have like a little fellowship of your own running around without any group required. So that's why I put him in B because it's fun for me to role play with. It's fun for me to landscape. It's very fun for me to do instances with the Redline Captain. I love doing instances, especially the Moria expansion with Redline Captain. Very fun. So, but it does lack in what again area of effect damage, and so that's why I put him in the B tier. Now the champion. The champion's going in S tier. I know. Champion is one of the most played classes in this whole game. If you're gonna see any class in this game running around, it's gonna be a champion or a hunter. Those are gonna be the two classes you're gonna see a ton in this game. Uh, I think they're overplayed, but they're for good reason. Champion's super fun to play. Reason why oh, nobody does area of effect damage and cutting things like a mower better than the champion. You just go around slashing things. You got those two abilities that you really use a lot. I don't know their names on top of my head, but it's like one is like and the other one's these sound effects. Y'all know what I'm saying, y'all champion players. When I make these sound effects, they're ingrained into your head because you're using those abilities so often. Especially yellow line champions. That's my main yellow line champion. That if you're not playing yellow line, are you doing champion right? I mean, seriously. But yellow line champion super fun. If it was just red line champion, he would champion. If they didn't have yellow line, I'd put it in the C tier. I'm not kidding. Maybe even D because I hate red line champion. I'm sorry if you love it. I hate blue line champion. It's just they're both slugfest for me. I understand red line champion's great for like just soloing bosses, but nothing screams me my personality more than the yellow line champion going around and killing as many things as possible. Having said that, now I think I should get myself checked. But again, it's just a game and we're just having fun. But okay, next we got the Guardian. I'm gonna put it next to the Captain. The Guardian is a lot more fun now that that's got its rework. Redline Guardian's actually a fun thing to play. Doing a two-handed Guardian is really cool. Uh, I love equipping like a cosmetic shield on the back. Just makes that Guardian playstyle feel a little more Guardian-ish. And then just besides that though, its weaknesses, I still think it's a very slow class to play. It's You're gonna go through content pretty slow if you're doing it on your own. If you're with a group, everybody's gonna love you because you're gonna be the tank. I hope you better start liking tanking because everybody's gonna expect you to be doing that. You're not gonna be doing much redline guardian in the group unless you have other guardians already filling the tank role for you. So that's why he's in B tier. I'm not a big tank player, but I'm usually healer or DPS. I can tank, but it's my favorite thing to do is DPS and healing. So, okay, Hunter. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And Hunter's an A tier class. It's not an S tier because again, I something about these three classes. Why do I have the minstrel in the S tier? Because it's uniqueness. It's weapons. It's everything about it is just so unique and cool. The brawler, the reason I have him on this again, it's a little bit of uniqueness and that area effect damage that you can do with my build. The way I made it, the build, it works. I remember I went through all the minutes more goal expansion for the first time with my brawler hobbit, and I had a blast doing it with that playstyle that I picked up on real fast. And then the champion, oh man, I did the gun to bad expansion with my hobbit champ. Man, I don't have very many. I basically, let's see, just a side note. So this is a my minstrel's a hobbit brawler, hobbit. Uh, well now it's a river hobbit brawler because it gave me a token to be able to do that. Hobbit, normal hobbit champion. I have a river hobbit, uh, Rune Keeper, river hobbit hunter, a stout axe captain. First thing that's not a hobbit. Stout axe guardian. Beorning, because that's all you can be. Of course, a hobbit, normal hobbit burglar. I have a hobbit warden and a stout axe warden. Now you're thinking, why don't you have normal dwarves on any of these races? Well, because they're chubby. But the stout X's are more like built and beefy, they're like strong. The other ones, they kind of look more like the Sleeping Beauty dwarves than like the dwarves from Middle Earth. So I like stout X's better. Uh River Hobbit Mariner and a River Hobbit Lore Master. So I don't have any human or elf races. It's not that I don't like human or elf races, but I'm playing an MMO and I'm having a good time. I'm gonna pick races that are unique to this world, and I feel like those two are really unique. Elves are as well, but something about the elves in this game just doesn't do my fancy. Okay, back to where we're at. Lore Master for fun. Fun, 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 fun. I'm gonna put a C tier. No, I know. C tier. Reason being, again, it's kind of a slow class. You gotta be reminded, a lot of your time in LOTRO is gonna be solo because you don't have. It's a game that doesn't have a huge population. We have a good sized population, especially at these servers, but a lot of your time is gonna be solo. So, do I recommend Lore Master for solo players? Not really. I think you're gonna get through the world very slow, but if you like a slow pace, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be right at home. But I feel like the Lore Master I mean, even in its kit and when it first tells you how to play it, considered an advanced class and a support role class. So it's meant to be with groups. It thrives in groups. So in the group play section, it's super fun. But solo, it can be kind of slow. Mariner, the newest class in the game. I am either going to put it in A or B. I know a lot of people don't like the Mariner, but I have a good time with it now that I finally figured out actually how to play this class. I'm going to put it in B because there is some drawbacks to this class that makes it holds it back from being a wonderful, amazing class. S tier class is the reasoning why is because the balance system. The balance system can feel a little janky at times, and even when you feel like you hit your reset to your balance, uh it didn't really reset for some reason, and instead it moved on to the next skill, and so you suddenly become unbalanced, and your guy does this weird effect where you're like, oh, and you stunning yourself. It's kind of weird. It's like, man, I'm actively choosing to play a class that can stun myself if I do something wrong. So it's one of those high risk, high reward type classes. So that also makes it why I put it in B, because it's also can be very fun. Once you get a hang of it, you're gonna be ripping the shreds out of things real quick. Mix some yellow line traits with some red line traits. So good. So much fun. You're going to have so much fun. Throw that dang fire bomb out. And the fire breath. I'm sorry, the fire breath. Throw the dang poison potions out. Get your area of effects stuff going on, and then shred them up with your flow system combos. There's so many combos. It's like a hybrid of a captain mixed with a warden mixed with like the burglar. It has a lot of different unique like quirks to it that makes it hard to understand, but I don't feel like it's as hard to pick up as like the Beorning or Warden is. I feel like the Mariner is relatively like, if you just spend a medium amount of time, you're gonna have a good time with it, and you're gonna learn how to do it, the balance system, very fast. So that is my whole tier list for fun, the most fun classes that I recommend in Lord of the Rings Online in the year right now, or whenever you're watching this. I don't say the year ever because I don't want these videos to become like, what if you're watching this in a future day and you're like, well, this doesn't seem, now that you said this year, it doesn't seem relevant to me. Well, I want my videos to always be relevant and always things. So that's why I chose fun instead of like best optimal class, because then this video will be irrelevant in like a few patches. So we're doing fun today, and these are my most fun classes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe. I have just recently hit over 200 subscribers. That doesn't seem like much to a lot of you. A lot of you are like, oh, that's a small amount. But it means a whole lot, because when I first started this gaming channel, it was a big risk, because at first I had all my content, my in real life's content, my music content, everything all in one channel, and I decided to make this step to separate my gaming stuff over to a gaming specific channel, more for nerdy things, like, not, I guess, not just technically a gaming channel, gaming, movie, books, all those type of things. And I feel like it's been a good time, and I'm getting the right people to be my audience. I'm starting to collect a lot of chill people, and it's fun seeing your guys' comments in the sections below. So if you like this video, again, share it to your friends. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That's my goal. I'm sure we will surpass it by the end of this year. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to make my goal to get to 1,000 subscribers by July. July is going to be my target month to get to 1,000 subscribers. Help me get there. Love you guys. Peace. Bye. See you next time. Later.